my goodness. Hello, Frankie Nation. What is up? If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Frankie. I do whatever I want, whenever I want. And if you're not new to my channel, welcome back. Today, we're gonna do something a little different. Now, if you guys don't follow me on socials, you wouldn't know. But in the month of October, it is Frankstober. Yay! Now, if you don't know what Frankstober is, ever since I was a wee little girl, I had always said that I wanted my career in life to be a monster makeup artist. That has since changed. I don't want that as my career, but I do enjoy doing SFX makeup and type stuff. I had unsupervised internet access when I was little. So I'd watch things like Mikey Glamgore, Jessie V, yada yada. So yeah, that was my life goal, I guess. But I don't really want that to be my career anymore. I really just enjoy doing it as a hobby, and this is, I don't know how many years I've been doing Frankstober for, but basically I do 13 days of Frankstober, and it started off trying to be all scary looks, but it's since changed, and I try to do as many diverse and cutesy but also different and niche-esque kind of makeup look costume ideas. I think 13 is a perfect number, lucky number 13. So this is look number 4. If you'd like to keep up with all of my Frankstober necessities, feel free to follow me on TikTok and Instagram. That is where I post them. Socials are right here. Anyways, I'm really excited about it because this comes from weird little nerd girl Frankie. I've always wanted to do this cosplay. Now, if you were also a weird girl like me, and had unsupervised internet access, you know about something we like to call creepypastas. I have always loved Jeff the Killer and Nina. So, yes, today we are going to be doing Jeff the Killer and Nina cosplays. It's basically just the same cosplay, but I will change my hair and my outfit for the thing. However, we are going to be telling the story of Jeff the Killer and Nina the Killer. So, fair warning, there will be scary images, violent essences to the story, and sensitive topics. So if you do not like any of those, I love you so much and thank you for wanting to watch, but I will see you later. And if you would like to stay, let's get into it. I'm really excited about it. Oh my goodness. It's like nostalgic, revisiting creepypastas. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's go. Ready? In 3, 2, 1. I just want to preference for preference. I'm not really going to be explaining what I'm doing exactly. It's more so the story aspect, but I will put on the screen all of the products that I'm using, and you can see what I'm doing with it. But yes, we were going to be telling the story of Jeff and Nina. So a little trip down memory lane, or welcome if you've never been on Creepypasta's side of the internet. Now you are. None of this is real, however, I do believe in manifestation of telling stories that will then make urban legends or creepypastas real. And I say this out of the pure belief that when I was younger, when I was really into creepypastas, I saw Slenderman in my friend's backyard. We were home alone and we were watching creepypastas, and I swear on everything in my life that I seen Slenderman in her backyard, and it was the scariest thing I've ever experienced. But I was also 8. Anyways, so yeah, if you're scared, I'm so sorry. But yes, sensitive images, one more time. Now let's get into it. Let's do it. This is a story of Jeff the Killer, summarized by me. Jeff was just a normal kid. At least, he used to be. He and his family just moved into one of those quote-unquote fancy neighborhoods. Jeff and his brother Lou couldn't really complain. New environment, new neighbors. One of the new neighbors introduced themselves and invited the family to her son's birthday. Jeff and Lou had no choice but to go, as their mother demanded their attendance was not an option. To everyone else, Jeff seemed like a normal kid. But if you look closely, something about him felt off. The way he'd stare too long, the little smirk that never really faded, and his eyes. Dark, focused, like he was watching something that no one else could see. But even still, he tried to fit in. He wanted to be normal, but he kept getting a strange feeling. He just kept ignoring it, not knowing what it was. The next day, Jeff and his brother went down to the bus stop on their way to school. That's when they showed up. 3 kids from the neighborhood. Randy, Troy, and Keith. These are the kinds of kids that live to make others miserable. They decided that they didn't even like Jeff from the start. They mocked his quietness and picked on his brother. Randy said, "For all the kids in this neighborhood, there's a small price for bus fare, if you know what I mean." Lou stood up ready to defend them, but the bullies ended up pulling out a knife on them. One walked up to Lou and stole his wallet. Suddenly, Jeff got that strange feeling again. This time more of a burning sensation. And that's when Jeff snapped. He fought like something wild. He was fast and ruthless. Every punch was harder than the last. When it was over, the bullies lied there bloody on the pavement. And Jeff was smiling. That wide, unsettling grin, like he enjoyed it. Lou had to pull him away before he did something worse. Jeff and Lou went to school and pretended like nothing had happened that day. The next day, the cops came to the house asking what happened to those kids. Jeff admitted, "It was me, but they were the ones who pulled the knife on us." Lou ended up covering for Jeff and said it was him. The cops ended up taking Lou to juvie for a year, leaving Jeff alone, guilty for letting his brother take the blame. But unfortunately, things didn't end there. A few days later, it was the date of the neighbor's son's party. Jeff's mom was still forcing him to go, thinking it'd lighten up his mood after losing his brother. At the party, the bullies found him again. This time, they came prepared. Even more prepared than last time. They had weapons. Guns and knives. Jeff wasn't going to back down. He couldn't. So he fought back. Furious and unstoppable. But one of them, Randy, spotted a bottle of vodka upon a counter. Before Jeff could even react, he smashed it over his head with the alcohol landing right in Jeff's face. He screamed and ran off into the house. The bullies followed after. Pushing Jeff into a wall, a thing of bleach fell down on him from the top shelf. It burned. Feeling defeated, Jeff falls to the floor in pain, but he lets out an ominous smile. Keith pulled out a lighter and said, "What's so funny? You're covered in bleach and alcohol." Before Jeff knew it, Keith threw the lighter at him. Flames wrapped around Jeff. The bullies ran, leaving him burning. When Jeff woke up, he was in the hospital. Bandages covered his face and arms. His mother sat by his bed, tears in her eyes in disbelief of what had happened. The doctor said he was lucky. So lucky to be alive. But when they finally took the bandages off, Jeff wasn't the same. His skin, pale, white as snow. His lips, gone, melted away, leaving a raw, permanent grin. And his eyelids burned so badly that he could never close his eyes again. He just stared, not blinking, just smiling. After that, things got strange. Lou ended up coming home after proven not guilty, but Jeff had stopped talking. He barely ate. He'd just sit in his room staring out the window with those lifeless eyes. Sometimes his mother would walk by and hear him whispering to himself, words she couldn't quite make out. Then one night, she woke up to a sound, very faint whispering coming from the bathroom. As she walked down the hall, she pushed the door open. Jeff was standing in front of the mirror, a kitchen knife in his hand, in the sink, stained red. He had carved deep, jagged lines into his cheeks, stretching his smile wider and deeper. Blood dripped down his chin as he whispered again and again, "I'm beautiful. I'm beautiful now. I'm beautiful. I'm beautiful now." His mother screamed. His father ran in and Jeff turned to them, that horrible grin glowing in the dim light. "Don't worry," he said softly. "You won't have to worry about me anymore." Moments later, the neighbors heard screams. When the police arrived, the house was silent. His parents were gone. His brother Lou was found unconscious, barely breathing. And Jeff? He was gone. They never found him, but people still talk about what happened in that house to this day. And if you wake up in the middle of the night and see a white face smiling at you from the corner of your room, don't move. Don't breathe. Jeff doesn't like it when people stay awake. Go to sleep. Okay, Frankie Nation, thank you so much for joining. That is the video. I hope you enjoyed. I know it's a little different from like my original content or whatever, but to be so completely honest, what is my content? But yeah, sorry for the sensitive. This is like fake blood and everything. Obviously, I'm not crazy, but yes, I just want you guys to know that I am Hannah Montana. No, I'm just kidding. Yes, if you enjoyed that, please let me know down below in the comments. Please, please, please. Because I love doing this, and I don't know if it's something... Obviously, I know, like, everybody likes the pictures, but I don't know if everybody likes the process type style. But, yes, I had so much fun doing this. I had so much fun reading these creepypastas and giving them to you. If you enjoyed, tell your mom, tell your sister, tell whoever you want. With that being said, I think I'm gonna go. Next week I have a really, really special vlog. But it's kind of gonna be delayed a little bit. But I do have some updates for life that I will give you guys in that vlog. But yes, this has been Frankie. Thank you so much for joining Frankie Nation. I love you so much. Remember to respect yourself, respect others, treat people with kindness, treat yourself with kindness, be whoever you want to be. And I think that's all the points. I don't really remember. I lose the memory every single time I make a video, but you get the gist. Be whoever you want to be. Love yourself. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!